There's five-star service, and then there's Grant Harold. Grant was the butler to the royals for almost 2 decades, from Charles and Camilla to Will and Kate, and even the Queen herself.
Grant is still a big fan of the royal family, but now he spends his days passing his knowledge and expertise along to budding young butlers. Former royal butler and royal etiquette expert Grant Harold joins us now live. Grant, hello.
Hello.
What is it that made you want to be a butler?
To my parents' horror, I had this fascination when I was about a teenager. In fact, even younger. I wrote to the Queen when I was early teens and asked her if she was looking for any staff or possibility of the future of working for her.
What, as a teenager, what makes somebody want to do that?
I don't know. I think it was just seeing the kind of old movies and seeing butlers and wanting to kind of experience what that was like. And then Remains of the Day, which was a movie with Anthony Hopkins, and I saw that, and that kind of made me decide that was definitely what I wanted to do.
Wow.
Alfred in Batman, many famous butlers in films and stage all over the world. Grant, what about, is it a competitive industry? Is it hard to get these jobs?
It is competitive, and the jobs do come up, but it's quite interesting because I've got a lot of butler friends, and it's who works for who, and I used to always kind of win because
there's no higher than the Queen.
Exactly. So when you say you work for the royal family, that was it.
Yeah.
You kind of win the competition. But it is a competitive industry because a lot of people want to go into it, and it's not many people that get to work for the royal family.
What day to day? What would you have done? What would your typical day be like?
It's very similar to any kind of butler in the 21st century. It's not like Downton Abbey. The role has completely changed,
right.
And butlers need to 1 minute be serving table, valeting. I even did a bit of gardening as well. So you have to be able to kind of turn a hand to everything and be ready for anything that might prop up.
Do you get very close to them?
You do. I mean, I am very fond of them, and you have a very good relationship with them. But I always say, I train butlers, and I always say there's a line that you always remember never to cross. Even though you get to know them really well, and they do, to me, they become part of an extended part of the family. But you always have to remember that you are there as the butler. That is the role.
Any funny stories you can share with us about the
There's many.
Without crossing the line?
There's many wonderful stories, and one I always remember is when I started working for the royals. I used to go to one of the local pubs, and I remember being at the local pub and this balloon going past me with water in it, and I remember thinking, where did that come from? The next thing, there was this chap at the next table, and he came over and kind of apologised and kind of said, "Hi, I'm Harry," and I remember thinking, okay, and he knew me because obviously he knew I'd started working for the family, and it was a great introduction, and you know, he's a great guy, and many happy years looking after him and getting to know him.
So Harry, a prankster from way back, clearly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's got a great sense of humour, and he made me feel very comfortable. You know, the royals, the younger royals, made me feel very much part of it all, and very much welcomed me into the household.
Well, they seem like very grounded kids,
Yeah.
don't they? Or young men now, I should
Absolutely.
say. Grant, what about, does the Queen have a favourite corgi? I've always wanted to know, because whenever you see a photo, there's always one on the lap, the others are down on the ground.
It's probably rotated. It's probably a different one you see every time. I think, like anyone, you probably got favourite dogs, but I think she adores all of them, and she's had them her whole life, and Dachshunds as well. Because obviously Victoria had Dachshunds, and some of the corgis she got have been bred with them Dachshunds, and I've got Dachshunds as well, so I'm keeping that.
Oh, man, you're in with the Queen.
Is it very lucrative to be a royal butler, or is it about the honour?
I would say it's more about the honour. It's amazing to work for these people and then to be able to go on and actually be able to kind of say you've managed to work for some of the most famous people in the world. Yeah. For me, it's allowed me to carry on with what I'm now doing, where I'm now teaching royal etiquette, working with Prince Charles's cousin, Princess Katrina, and we also now train butlers through the butler school that we run. So from that point of view, it's exciting to be able to kind of take what I've learned from the butler side and the etiquette, which the royal family are wonderful teachers on how to behave and how things are done, and being able to pass that on through myself and through as Princess is great fun.
Fascinating.
Great to meet you, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much.